live. Yeah, we going live. Hey, we going live. Yeah, we going live. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hello.
I am Jarrett, the football genius Burgess.
And I am Stephanie Fitzpatrick, aka the Advantage Coach.
All right, so let me do this right. Because
we're going to make sure we get back by popular demand.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
by popular demand, we have Mr. Drew Isaiah Burgess. Say hello, buddy. Now, Auntie.
Yeah.
Did I do that good that time?
Right. Let her know. That's right.
I don't want no smoke, Auntie.
None. He got all of the first of our attention today,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Introduce him early.
Early. Yes. Happy to have him back.
Yes. We looking, he just woke up from a nap, so we
looking as adorable as ever.
As adorable as ever. He's gonna be nice and cooperative.
We are praying. Listen, yes, but lay hands on him. Yes, sir.
Oh, look, he biting on my hand. Okay.
Oh, he good. All right.
Well, let's jump into this Who's Really Right. And I'm anxious to talk about this one too, because I thought about it. And we're going to let you guys in on a little secret. So with some of these Who's Really Right, our opinion can go either way, right?
Yeah.
We can look at a topic, and I think that's a very good stance to have on some of this stuff. Because you can look at a topic and not necessarily be so headstrong on, okay, this is how it has to happen,
right?
Or this is how it should happen, and you can kind of see it from both sides,
right?
The more and more I thought about this topic, the more and more I thought that I think I'm straight on the side that I'm on now.
Okay.
I could have argued both sides of this topic, but
all right,
where I settled at, I think I'm resolute in.
Okay.
And so, without further ado, our Who's Really Right for this week is, should Doc Rivers be on the chopping block in Philadelphia?
I'm gonna let you go first since you put it all out there like that. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yep, go ahead.
All right. So, since 2008, 9, what has Doc Rivers done? He's won exactly one championship with a big three. Now, people talk about, super teams and big threes, and this team was assembled by Danny Ainge, but it was a big three. It was a super team nonetheless.
The Celtics, y'all.
The Celtics. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So Celtics, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett.
Yep.
Super team, big three.
Yep.
They won one title in their tenure together with Doc Rivers.
Mm-hmm.
Doc Rivers won that championship, and I don't think he's gotten very close since. He had those years with the Clippers, never made it to a conference championship because if we remember,
that was why. Yeah.
The conference semifinals, when he was up 3-1 against Houston, they ended up losing.
Mm-hmm.
And Houston came all the way back and won. And he hasn't even been to the conference semifinals since then.
Mm-hmm.
So what has Doc done in those years that has warranted him to get this job, one, with the Sixers, but you alienated your star. You Alienated your star. Now I got my own issues with Ben Simmons, and you know what I'm saying, that's for another podcast. Alienated your star. And we know in leadership, you got to bring folks together. What you had to give up to get rid of him after alienated him, ended up getting James Harden. We'll have more on him later.
I know, Drew. Right.
Yeah.
Same feeling. Yeah.
So, like, what has Doc done, and why are we preserving him?
Wow. So your answer is yes.
Yes, chopping block. Actually, it shouldn't even be on the chopping block. He should be chopped.
Wow.
I mean, because think about it, like, he's gotten all of these opportunities. Mark Jackson hasn't been in the league since building that Warriors dynasty, and he hasn't even gotten to see the fruits of it. So, like, I'm sorry, Doc, I just don't know. I don't know what you've done.
Wow.
What have you done for me?
So Doc is an underachiever.
Yeah.
To sum up your analysis of this whole situation.
Well, and we're gonna talk about this in a little bit too. He might be cursed like one of his, long-time stars he had,
Okay. Not cursed. All right. Clearly I'm on the other side of this. And I will say this. Everything that you said is fact. However, in most, I won't say all, in most of these situations and circumstances, there has been something extenuating. Right?
Okay.
That has, because here's the one thing, you can coach, you can tell your players what to do, you can draw up the plays, you can do everything you can, but you can't get out there and play for them.
That's true.
You can't do that. And you can't control injury.
Right.
You can't control backstabbing. Some people might have ulterior motives for tanking. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm thinking kind of the Clippers team and even this team, he's had those situations, right? It's been situationships for him. And I think what it is the thing is Doc Rivers coaching the big three taught him how to deal with superstars. And so he doesn't have the propensity to be coddly when it comes to him. And so they don't typically like that because they feel like they should be, I'm the superstar, right? I need to be treated a little different. And he ain't that dude.
Right.
Like, I remember in the series, in the semifinals, the commentators were talking, I can't think of this kid's name. He got the floppy dreads. It looked like a mop, but I can't think of his name. Oh my gosh. He was kind of holding them in there a little bit.
Yes. You're talking about Maxey.
Yes, Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey.
Talk about him and how Doc is really like pumping this kid up and really like helping to grow him from a mental and a basketball mind, like, right, basketball standpoint. And so it's those little minute things like that that are intangibles, basically, that you can't just say anybody and everybody can do this, right? So everybody might be like, oh, he need to be focusing on James Harden and Joel Embiid, but they talk about him putting energy and effort into this kid, right?
Yeah.
And so those are the types of things that I feel like make Doc. This particular situation with the Sixers, I don't feel like, the reason I say no is because he didn't have what he needed to move forward. What's wrong, Drew? What's wrong? He didn't have what he needed. I do not believe it. Joel Embiid was at probably about 75, if that much percent, because you got finger problems and leg problems, and you got all kind of stuff going on, right? So you know, shout out to him because he gave it all he had, but either way, you were not 100%, and you could not, you know, perform at the level. And yeah, he put Ben Simmons out there, well, out in the street, because he trusted Joel Embiid.
Right.
And now you hurt. So you know what I'm saying? So, and even that, like, that makes me think this is one of the reasons why I love John Morant so much, right? You got hurt, but hurt you was still cheerleader you. So even Joel Embiid being hurt and playing, I didn't see the leadership pieces, the grit, the grind, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't see that. And so when you got to be the coach and the leader, because you don't have your superstar who I'm not gonna coddle, and then you bring in a veteran like James Harden, who I don't ever think has been a leader personally.
Right.
So you don't have, so it's some factors, is all I'm trying to say, y'all, that I feel like make it not right for him to be on the chopping block for this particular situation. And we cannot base this particular situation off of all of the other things that have happened. We're not talking about, is Doc one of the best ever? We're talking about, should he be getting fired from his job right now? And I say no.
So I do understand where you're coming from. Like, you can't, you know, you can't deny that, you know, there were some other factors in the Sixers maybe underachieving this year, right? Because I think coming off of last year, they made it to the no, they lost to the Hawks.
The Hawks, yep.
Which, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Another underachieving moment.
I'm gonna let that go.
What?
I'm gonna let that go.
What?
There was an underachieving moment that they lost to the Hawks. That team was great.
No, that wasn't. No. So that wasn't a dig at the Hawks, and I think that Hawks team, they certainly outdid themselves, and I think that based off of this year, we kind of saw just how that team outdid themselves.
Yeah, like
they shouldn't have advanced, but they did. Like their coach got them to play beyond themselves, you know. And I think that I'm not even basing it off of all of Doc's past. If you look at just last year, how you didn't have that team ready to play, and that team was all right, we close enough to be a championship team. Yeah. What is it that's not connecting with Doc? Like, one of the things that you said was about, you know, kind of not being able to connect with, and I'm paraphrasing, but not being able to connect with these new athletes and like calling them and stuff like that. Yeah. Now, I think that another famed coach that both of us are a fan of is struggling with that now as well. But he got 5 championships under his belt. And so Pop kind of has the cachet to try to figure this out. I don't think that Doc does, because Doc hasn't won enough. And I think ultimately, in using the totality of his career, unless you're going to put Doc with a big 3 and have Rondo as the point guard.
Oh my gosh.
I think we gotta be real about Doc's ability.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I guess y'all just have to let us know who's really right, because yeah, I don't think he's on the chopping block right now, and obviously Jarrett does. So Drew got an opinion too. We just not quite sure what that is right now. But yeah, I feel like he on my side because it's a little fussy sounding like, no, we're not doing that to him. Like, yeah, no. So right, Drew, exactly. So yeah. So y'all let us know who you think is really right.
Drew is crying. Daddy. He's really right.
Y'all don't believe it. Don't believe it. Please don't believe it.
Put the cameras on me. 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 Put the cameras on me.